Hello and welcome to Let Brick Go TV. I'm your host Mark. Today we have a really fun opportunity to check out Joe's amazing Lego room.
Oh.
We've talked about this a little bit here and there on the Morning Brick and other places, but we're actually here. I'm really excited, Joe.
It's gonna be fun.
And now, how long have you had this collection before we get started?
Yeah, so this is probably all mostly from 2019 on.
Gotcha.
But a few things I've had longer, but very few.
You've had Lego since you were a kid.
Right. Most of that's in a bin and it's all jumbled.
Exactly. All the play stuff.
Right.
This is the professional
Exactly.
collection. Very cool. Well, let's get started over here. It looks like mostly Marvel and a few sets down here. What do we got here?
This is the build pile. So these are sets that I need to build. I don't know where I'm going to put them. The bouquet of roses I got for Valentine's Day, I just haven't built it. The Cars set I've had forever. The Galaxy Explorer is not to be built. It's just there because it's cool. It is signed by Mike Psyche, the set designer.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
even doodled it, so pretty cool. I will not open that.
Yeah, hidden message in, is that binary?
Yes,
That's pretty awesome.
And then the Hogsmeade train is a cool one. I just have not figured out where I'm going to put it.
Yeah. Logistics actually become a real thing once you get past a couple shelves worth of Lego, and you definitely have gotten to the maximum here. So.
It's easy to go, well, it's because of money, but it's mostly because of space.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Marvel section. This is, I just rearranged recently because everything was kind of all over the place. Now all of the Marvel is all right here.
Yes.
So on top, we've got a couple of the sets that do not fit on the shelves. Mostly the ships with wings. Thor's hammer.
Yeah, Thor's hammer's a little bit big and awkward.
Right. It's holding the shelf in place,
yeah,
you know, because it can't be moved.
Keeping it down.
So we've got the little Guardians section right there with some of the figures from the newer wave as well as the older wave. Just kind of a jumble of stuff. And then the Star-Lord helmet my wife got me for my birthday last year. So of course I have to have that one.
Yeah.
This one actually has the light kit installed, which is
very nice.
pretty cool actually.
That's a great set to start off with, but that light kit really sets it off.
Right.
So that's great.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. And is that one of the ones that we carry at the store?
Yes, it is. I got it from the store.
Fantastic.
It's great. It's got a big battery box and everything. Pretty sweet.
And that's a good collection of those Guardians figures too.
That's, those have gotten expensive.
Those are I remember the prices on a few of those, and that's a nice collection.
Yeah, and this is the newest Guardians set I have over here, the Rocket's Warbird, which actually I think is better than a lot of people give it credit for. It's not bad price-wise. You get two great figs and a pretty solid build.
Yeah, that Ronin figure is actually pretty good, even compared to the great original.
Right, and then behind it is the original, my first Avengers Tower.
the micro version.
Right,
yeah,
the one we have at home.
Exactly.
But then I recently got, as he pans down, the new Avengers Tower.
Oh yes.
Which is, I just finished building last week.
It's pretty amazing. This is the first time I've seen it in person, and it's like, it looks like a mock.
Right.
Which is a really big compliment.
Exactly.
Yeah, the build techniques are awesome. And are those pretty much the figures from the set, or there's a bunch more?
Those are all the ones that came in the set. I didn't add anything to it yet.
Yeah. Because I know that in some other builds, you like to add some, correctly themed figures to builds.
Absolutely.
So.
The best figure, though, I mean, is this Vision. We've talked about this before, but he's amazing with the translucent legs and then the vinyl cape.
That's cool.
It's just impressive.
Awesome.
So definitely my favorite one from the set. But the set as a whole is really good. I thought it would fit, and it barely fit. I had to take one antenna off the top.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is about a glove fit there. So
that's right.
awesome.
And then the Daily Bugle, of course, I had to put it beside it. It just shows off the two biggest modulars from Marvel.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about how Marvel is becoming another modular theme like Ninjago and the Classic City modulars, but it's really cool to see all three of them together. Not quite connected just because of constraints of space, but it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted the sanctum right beside them all, and it kind of is. It's just separated by a shelf
it's
wall.
It's spiritually right next to it.
Right, exactly. So there's the old sanctum there, and that's actually, I think, the set I've had the longest. I got that when it came out in 2018, so that one is kind of nostalgic.
Start of your collection.
But the modular sanctum is amazing. I really like that one. I had to add the gargantuan or whatever his name is on top. It's probably not it, but close enough.
The big creature, right?
I have added a few figs to this, some custom Moon Knight figs as well as the CMF Moon Knight figs at the bottom. I just wanted to add them somewhere, and that was the only place that I guess made sense for them.
Absolutely. And then you got a little Spider-Man.
Right, the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man stuff is some of my favorite, and this is a good set. This is the No Way Home Final Battle, as well as the Sandman expansion. So it's got all the figs all over it. It looks great. I really like it. It's not necessarily the best build, but it's the figures that matter, and whenever you can set up figs like that, it looks great.
It's also a pretty dynamic scene, too.
Right.
So, and I didn't realize it was like a direct plug-in expansion like that. Did you have to do it?
No, the only thing is like the scaffolding, I had to figure it out, but the Sandman's supposed to fit like that.
That's awesome.
But this is the Spider-Man stuff right here.
Yes, we've heard about this.
Right, this is the, gosh, what's it called? Ultimate Bridge Battle. Yeah. Spider-Man Ultimate Bridge Battle. It has a lot of figures on it, as you can see. I think I got that one after the Bugle, but for some reason, I didn't add anything really to the Bugle fig-wise. I just added them all in the Bridge Battle because it just is chaotic. Yeah. So there's absolutely, I don't even know how many Spider-Man, but a bunch of different versions. I need to see if I'm missing any, honestly.
Yeah, you going for that completionist Spider-Man?
I might do it because I've got most of the expensive ones, like the Iron Spider, obviously from Infinity War here, and then the one that's probably the most popular right now is Spider-Man 2099 over here.
Oh yes,
everyone loves him. The Scarlet Spider comes in this set. He's very popular as well and expensive. Yeah, they're just all throughout it. And then the villains are always fun to get because there's so many different Spider-Man villains, but also the same. Like I think there's 2 Venoms on here. There's a Doc Ock. There's a Doc Ock. I think that's it. There's a Green Goblin and a Green Goblin and a Hobgoblin. Oh yeah, there's the other Venom. Oh, and then Pork Grind. You know, the venomized Spider Ham. So plenty of the same thing. That's just chaos, but it's beautiful chaos.
Yes, it's amazing, and it's fun that that's your place for Spider-Man figures now. It's great.
And then these are the figures they've made from across the Spider-Verse into the Spider-Verse. They haven't made any Penny Parker, but that's from the original one, the kind of the stars they had, which is cool that they made them all without actually saying they were from the movie.
They snuck them into the just generic Spider-Man sets. Yeah.
It's easy to do. They're from the comics.
Exactly.
And then going down, we have the rest of the Marvel stuff, which this part was fun to organize. And then there's the bottom, and I was like, oh, this is starting to become chaotic. But Iron Man has 2 shelves here with the good big Hulkbuster. It's not quite as big as the other one. I just don't like the new one. I
think that's a common sentiment among Lego fans is that the big new one isn't quite there.
And then the Nano Gauntlet is a good one. I have a light kit for that installed, but I took the battery box for a different thing. And then the Ironmonger from Iron Man 1, that was an Infinity Saga set, as well as the Hulkbuster behind it, which is the Wakanda one. Yeah. From also Infinity Saga they did recently.
So 2 very good builds for sure.
Yeah, and then below that is the rest of the Iron Man, which is Iron Man's Hall of Iron Men, and there's quite a few. Again, same thing with the Spider-Mans. I don't know which ones I'm missing. I'm sure there's a few, but I have all the ones that I know are very expensive, like the Silver Centurion, Iron Patriot, the Space one, the Scuba one. So, I mean, there's a lot there, as you can see. I didn't like all the Iron Man at first, but then I started getting some randomly, and I was like, oh, might as well put them in the Hall of Armor. Yeah. So, I like that. And then me and Daniel talked about this recently, but we didn't realize they made a Stark Expo until I was like, oh yeah, I literally have that set that has the little Stark Expo table there.
Yeah. It's a fun connection because of our Orlando store, which will have something very similar. Right. We can only allude to that right now, but
it's pretty dope.
Hopefully soon we can get more official confirmation on that.
So yeah, Iron Man's pretty cool. But then to the right, we have the Thor / Loki / just the random stuff that comes with that. I want them to be organized by character, but the Iron Man has the most stuff on his own, so that everyone else kind of just gets mushed together. But my favorite Thor set is the Thor Arena Clash. Yeah. And that's the best Loki they've ever made. It's got a Grandmaster who's hilarious, a good Hulk, good Thor, just an amazing set all around.
Oh yes.
And then Thor's Bro House is always a classic. The Goat Boat is something.
It's there.
And then there's the little Loki set that I made a couple of years ago with a custom Mobius because I love the Loki show, so I had to get that.
Yeah, absolutely enjoyable show for sure.
And then one of my favorite customs I actually own is the Heimdall. Right, I really like that character, and they've never made a Lego version of him, which is extremely disappointing. So when I found that custom one, I was like, yeah, that's worth it.
That's pretty awesome. I know that you were into customs pretty big for a while there.
I did a couple years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago, I bought way too many customs because they were good, but I was like, yeah, I gotta stop doing this. So I don't have nearly as many as I did, but there's still some good ones, and I hang on to those.
Oh, yeah.
And then below that, we've kind of got the Captain America / Age of Ultron / Black Panther shelf. Like I said, they all mesh together. All the different Falcons, Bucky, and Captain Americas I have are there, as well as some Civil War sets, like the tanker truck.
Hydra Battle.
The Hydra Battle is a good one. That's from Age of Ultron. And then the Wakanda Flyer's not the best set, but it's still a good one. I like it. And it just, you know, I have to show off my Black Panther minifigs. So one of my favorites actually is M'Baku. I'm so glad they made him because he's such a fun character.
Yes. Very, very notable, interesting, memorable character.
Right.
So it's cool to have him in Lego for sure.
And then the final shelf is just the Chaos shelf. It's literally, that was the last shelf I put stuff on. I was like, all right.
That's the multiverse shelf.
It's just got to fit. So it's got all kinds of figs. It's mostly minifigs, a couple sets, like the What If sets, the tall Ant-Man from Quantum Mania, the Shang-Chi battle, the Taskmaster, Comic-Con canceled set. So some good stuff, but it's mostly just random minifigures. So, you know, I've got some Ant-Man minifigures, the characters that go with that, the What If characters, the CMF, WandaVision set
Marvel
figures.
Series, yeah.
So random Thanoses. It's the random shelf. There's just so much chaos.
Yeah, you want to have as many Marvel items as possible, but some of them don't categorize as nicely as you'd like. But that's okay.
That's why that's on the bottom shelf.
Exactly. Making room for some of the higher priority stuff above. But
Yeah,
it's still cool.
I'm very happy to have all the Marvel stuff in one section. There's only one set, and then you'll see that later on, that's not here. And we'll get to that.
Size is a factor with some of those
Exactly.
decisions, so, yeah. And Joe, you've got a few sealed sets in your closet you might want to show off really quick too, right?
Just a few, as well as a lot of random boxes, but give you some better lighting here. But mostly those 4 sealed 187th sets, those are kind of my favorites that I have there.
Very nice.
The Lego house is a good one. I just have not decided if I'm going to build it or not. Most of the sets I keep sealed are ones that I'm going to hypothetically keep until they go up, or until we get something in I want.
Yeah.
That's what often happens.
You could save them as a trade
material. There's a Spice Girls set, but it was on sale. That's the only reason it's there, I swear.
I do like those Space Babies.
I know. I haven't decided if I want to build that one, keep it sealed, or trade it. I have no idea.
All decisions are very valid with that one, I think.
Right. So those are just going to hang out until I decide what to do with them. Or like we get something like Gringotts in that I really want.
You got to pad the bill a little bit, right?
Right.
Yeah,
you know, I can't just straight up buy it.
Absolutely.
And then, yeah, random boxes.
Yeah, for all the stuff that we'll get to in a second. So.
All right, next up, this shelf, which is Harry Potter on the top half. So one of my favorite Harry Potter sets, and one of my favorite sets ever. Diagonal Alley? As Ed would say, right? No, Diagon Alley, which is it's an amazing set, full of color and characters. And I've added several characters that I just randomly have.
Now, Joe, I'm not as familiar with the set as you are. Is
right.
that all one set on the top row?
Yeah, that is all.
Holy cow.
4 buildings with 4 instructions, but it's all one set, and it's well priced. It's $450 retail, which it is actually still retail, which is great.
That's insane.
But it's 5,544 parts.
That is fantastic. And you added a bunch of characters, of course.
I have,
yes.
yes.
A few more than this.
One of my favorites I added was Kingsley Shacklebolt, who is just an amazing character. One of the CMF figs right here.
Oh,
I love his all-purple outfit with the robes going over it.
Elegant outfit.
And he's just actually a really funny character in this show, so had to add him. And then, of course, there's an extra Cedric chilling, because I got to have my Cedrics.
Yeah. Yeah, Cedric is still alive in your universe, right?
Right. Yeah, so. And I'm sure this is my favorite fig that comes in, and I'm sure it's Daniel's as well. It's our boy, oh gosh, what's his name? I'm blanking now.
Oh, Gilderoy.
Gilderoy Lockhart.
Gilderoy Lockhart,
that's the
yes.
one.
The man of fashion.
What a beautiful man.
Looks like he's signing a book for somebody.
Of course he is, for Molly Weasley.
Absolutely.
So I love the set, and it's cool because what inspired me to buy the set is I went to Universal a couple of years ago and walked Diagon Alley.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of was cool.
So you had to have it in Lego to kind of remember that moment.
Exactly. So now below it on the left, we have the 3 buildable creatures they've done so far, which I really like. And I got the other 2 because the Hungarian Horntail is what
Hungarian orange.
That's it. That's all. I always botch that one. That inspired me to get the other ones, and these are great sets. Very well done. Very displayable. They barely fit on the shelf, as you can see, but they're all really cool.
Very dynamic.
Right.
And they have that great play feature. Yeah. So.
Yeah, if you want to play with it.
We won't because they're pretty close up there. They're
right.
tightly displayed, but yeah, they're very nice. So.
And then to the right of that, we have the golden, what is it, 10th anniversary? Or is it 20? I always forget. I think it's 20. Yeah, 20 years. Daniel's wrong. 20 years. Says it on the back there.
For the golden Harry Potter figures.
Right, and I think that's 20 years of Harry Potter. And this was 21 when they started, I think. I don't know. Daniel would know, and he's going to school me later.
Well, 2020, 2021 would be the first, like, that anniversary for the classic Harry Potter.
But I had to collect all of those because the big Hedwig came with the stand for the big three, so I might as well get the rest of them.
Yeah.
Hogsmeade is one of my favorite sets. That one's behind it. It's got great figs. It's another one that's in Universal.
Yeah, you can go visit it.
So that was a pretty cool one to get. And then one I got from our as-is sets is the Burrow. And it was only missing like 2 parts that were irrelevant. So I got some of the figs for it as well. And it's just a good set. I really like it. I don't think I'll need to get the UCS one because that one, as you can see, barely fits on the shelf anyway.
Yeah. And you got a nice example of that building, right?
Right, I have it. And it's a good one because it's one you constantly want to look at and you're like, oh, let me just push that down on that stud. And it's like, oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be like that.
It's supposed to be crooked.
Right, it drives me crazy sometimes, but that's the whole point.
That is pretty fun.
Right, and then below that, one I got recently that I just kind of wanted for the display is the Quidditch match because it's just very colorful. It's a cool one. You've only done it a couple times, and this is definitely the better one.
Yeah, and it's getting harder to find now, too, because it came out pretty early in the new
It was
Harry
2018, yeah. So. And then, of course, another Cedric. I mean...
So how many Cedrics do you have?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
That's the new one from the Quidditch trunk. We got him in on his own, and I was like, oh, yeah, mine.
Yeah.
And then this is the Hogwarts Final Battle, which is a good set, actually. It's one I thought about getting for a while, and then my wife got it for me for Christmas, so of course I had to build it.
Very nice.
And it's cool because at first I was like, I'm not going to be able to display that because of the weird layout. But then it gives you like 3 different options of how to display it because it's kind of modular chunks. So the bridge style is what I went with, which actually looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
Those
it's consolidated too.
Right. And those pieces, the wand effect, are really cool with the wands that have the stud on the end. And good figs all around. Bellatrix is great. Molly Weasley, Neville, Scabbers. No, not Scabbers. Gosh, whatever that bad guy's name is.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the sand green Voldemort. Really cool. And then, you know, another Harry Potter, but a better one. He's not wearing dark blue.
Exactly. He's not wearing his black robes. Yes.
And then the last Harry Potter shelf on this bookcase is the Micro Hogwarts, which is really good. Daniel's a big fan of this one because he likes the micro scale stuff and had a fun time building it. He may have fixed a few things. I didn't because I'm not like that.
You were fine with how it was.
Right. It's a good set, and it has more of a complete layout than the big Hogwarts does. So that's what's nice about it. You get the water, you get the black border, and then I like that they added the Durmstrang ship and the Bobonk's carriage. And then the figure it comes with is actually pretty cool. You only see him like, I think 1 or 2 times. It's the architect of Hogwarts. So he's holding a great hall, and then I think it's supposed to be a scroll or something. I can't remember exactly what he looks like, but he's in the movie.
Cool figure, though.
Right, and another gold one. And then, as you can see, the CMF Cedric, and then the rest of the Cedrics, and then the Cedric briquette.
So your complete Cedric collection.
Right. So I mean, when that Twilight set comes out, I'll have to get at least that figure. You know.
Yeah. Keep
the Robert Pattinson fig collection going.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, of course, one of the best Harry Potter figs ever is the sand green sand red Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
Right. Yeah. Doof. What a goof.
The sand red Gilderoy Lockhart.
It's an amazing figure. Daniel loves this one a lot. I know he has one as well. It's the only yellow skinned one I have because it's the only classic one I really wanted. But then the last set there's the rescue from the Mer People, I think is what the set, or Blacklight Triwizard.
Yes.
Whatever it's called. The first one may be Rescue from the Mer People.
Yeah.
Either way, great set. A really good reiteration of it. Since the first one was good already, this one's a great update. Great colors, great figs.
For sure. Excellent stuff. So.
And then below that, we've got the Indiana Jones 2023 sets. These are the ones that came out last spring, and I at first was just gonna get one, and then I got all three. They are good sets, and since I didn't have any of the classic ones, I was like, I'll just get these, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
So they're good sets. The diorama's really good, has some great functions. The rolling ball effect. Just, you could sit here and just do this forever.
That's super, super smooth.
It just rolls up, you roll it down. Rolls up, roll it down. And then, of course, you get, like, the door opens there. He can swing back and forth if he's not getting stabbed or eaten by spiders. And then, of course, the best function here, the light shines, and then the wall falls. It's pretty dope.
Yep. I've only built half of that set that I own, but it's really cool to see the full.
You haven't finished it?
Display. No, I just built the end. I haven't built the rest of it. But
I guess that's fine.
A very good collection.
Yeah, they're good sets, and I really like that they finally made a solemn minifig.
Yes.
That one's great. I know Jonathan from Many Superheroes was extremely hyped when that happened.
Yeah, he's actually good friends with
I know, I'm not jealous at all.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, and then below that we have the one Jurassic Park set I own.
Which is behind the boat there.
Right.
Yes.
That's the only reason I have that is because on our honeymoon we were at Walmart, and I was like, I just want to find something, and there was a damage box one. I was like, something to build. Yep. So I built a Lego set, and it was that one. And it's a fun set. It's the classic Jeep. It's got the, what is it, Ned?
Yes, I think it's Ned.
Yeah, and he doesn't make it. But,
yeah, poor Ned.
Right, and then of course it's being overshadowed by a beautiful set, which is the Avatar Fire Nation ship. This is one of my favorite sets, and I really would like to get its companion, the Air Temple. I just need to steal it from Daniel's Lego room.
Yeah.
So with mine and Daniel's collections combined, we complete the set.
Yeah.
But I gotta figure out a way to get that. So
basically, neither one of you wants to get rid of the one that you have,
right?
But you also have the completing element for each other. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna steal it.
The yin and the yang.
Just don't tell Daniel.
Okay, sounds good. Next time we do an updated video for his collection,
you might miss that, right? Yeah. And then we've got the classic Mater and McQueen.
The UCS version.
Right, UCS Mater and UCS Lightning McQueen. Those are great. My wife really likes cars, and of course I do too. It's such a nostalgic show, but I don't know. I just randomly got some of those sets, and the big ones are cool. So. Yeah.
The big Mater, I haven't even really seen in person, so that's actually very special to see. It's kind of rare, honestly.
He is, and I need to replace the plate on the front because somebody, not me, dropped it and broke the plate on the front. Oh. But it's brittle brown. That's how that goes.
You gotta get, what is it, a
1x8 or 10, yeah.
A longer 1x8. They exist.
Right, and then of course, Vespa Groot. Because I didn't know where else to put him, and he fits so perfectly on the Vespa. He's just trying to figure out how to drive it, you know?
I could just imagine him saying, I am Groot.
Yeah, it's just too funny that the scale works so well.
It's perfect.
And then the wedding brickheads I don't remember if it was before or after we got married, but that's the best I could do for me. It's not great, but it is what it is.
I think you both look great.
That's right, thank you.
And did you make those yourself?
I did. I mean, they come with a set, but I customized them. So.
Yeah, that's great.
And then below that, we have a very new set, the newest one I've built, and that's the Dune Ornithopter. And, I mean, it's pretty sweet. I know you're working on yours right now. This was one we were all very hyped about. We're also very hyped to go watch Dune Part 2, so this is a great release time.
Exactly. So, excited to see this really brand new set in a nice place. Just barely fits too, doesn't it?
Dude, it literally is in there by like a millimeter. It's such a big set. I didn't expect it to be so big. And the play features are amazing.
Absolutely. And the figure's fantastic.
Right. I mean, you just can't beat it. The selection was great.
Yeah, I was blown away by the fact that they had, what, is it 6, 7, 8 figures?
8 figures. Because I remember when we got to the original room, it was like 4 or 5. And we were like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, even 1 or 2 figures is great.
And then they're like, actually just have 8.
Just have the whole cast.
And I mean, it's all the ones you would want, so
perfect.
Great figs. And then to the left of that is another random shelf. But the Van Gogh, somebody got that for us for our wedding. Some random Lego master.
Yeah, some guy you must know.
Right, which is it's a great set. It was actually fun to build. It had a lot of different techniques because it's kind of all built sideways a little bit.
Yeah,
which is pretty neat.
Very different.
But a good set. I like it as a display piece. I wouldn't hang it though. I think it looks too weird if you hang it on the wall.
It's kind of beefy, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I know you can do either one, but I like it there. And then of course I've got all the little random Lego house. Small micro builds there because I didn't know where else to put them.
I think it makes sense in that
right, it fits. And then, of course, since the Lego duck is there, the big one and the little one, it's kind of the complete Lego house collection.
Yes, and with the built one, no, excuse me, with the boxed one in your closet, you could expand it later, but I can understand why you like to keep it here for now.
Right, the Lego house isn't one I love as much as the duck. The duck is just so classic.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it for that shelf. And then this shelf here is actually my favorite shelf as far as the style of it. I bought it from a friend, but it has some great sets on it, starting with the beautiful big Hogwarts. It doesn't have the complete layout like I mentioned with the microscope one, but it's still amazing.
Majestic, and also backlit too by the window.
Right.
The shades.
Nice. I don't know if this will pick up on the camera, but if you look over here at the stained glass, it perfectly lights it up with the window there. Yeah, look at that. So cool. I didn't plan that. I just put it there, and then I was like,
no, you planned that. Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, I totally planned that.
No, that actually looks majestic. It's also like eye level for an adult, so it's very impressive to kind of look up at it.
Right.
So it's pretty.
You get that scale and grandeur.
Yeah.
And then I really like the fig selection. You know, I still have all of the, I think they're back here. Yeah, all the microfigs are still in the bag because I was like, nah, not worth it. But the actual figures it comes with, all the house, the head of the houses. Gosh, headmasters. There's the word.
The founders.
Founders, yeah. Great figs.
Pretty special.
And then going over, I have the gift with purchase for Gringotts that I built, assuming that we would get a Gringotts in before now, and we still haven't got one in, so I haven't bought one yet. So I'm just going to keep it there until we get one in. That is the first Lego set my wife ever got me, which is the book with the chocolate frog, although the chocolate frog doesn't come with a book.
Oh, right.
So that's a good one, right? And then the Ravenclaw, or not, oof, man, I'm really botching stuff today. The Hufflepuff banner is one I got recently, because apparently, according to the surveys I've done, I'm a Hufflepuff. Which,
congratulations!
I mean, it's fine. I'd rather be Ravenclaw because they have better colors, but...
Yeah, I was a Slytherin when I was younger, but now I'm a Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I'm not, you know, Gryffindor, because it's just basic.
No one wants to be Gryffindor. I mean,
so I, of course, went all in and got the Hufflepuff portrait as well up there.
Yep, embrace it.
The mosaic, yeah. But I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Again, I still think Ravenclaw's cooler.
And one of the most dynamic,
right,
iconic sets from Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah, I think this one has more controversy. Like, not a lot of people actually like all of it. Some people go, I love it except for the owl. And then other people are like, I don't really care, but the owl's cool. And then there's Randy who just wants the potion bottles.
Yeah. Which
is totally valid. Those are really cool pieces. I just like what it came with. You got, you know, Harry's glasses, you've got the wand, chocolate frog,
the books,
the snitch, the acceptance letter. It's a great set all around.
Yeah, I like all of it. I know some people, like you said,
right,
it's kind of has ups and downs for some people, but it's great.
I'm glad I got it.
Yeah.
And then to the right of that is also a great set, but one of my least favorite sets to build actually in the recent year.
What was the build process like? That was
like the huts were fun, but building the trunk was not fun. It just was not enjoyable. It was a lot of repetition and just random technique. And I mean, I'm not a big technique guy, but it was just not, it wasn't enjoyable. And it's not just me, like Garrett built one too. I don't even know if he's finished, and he said the exact same thing.
Yeah, well, it's a great looking set. So once that build process is done, you're probably enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting.
It is a great set. I do really like that one. It's one I almost got like so many times and then finally did get it.
I remember that time.
It's like literally so many times. I was like, I don't know.
Just debating it in your mind. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Now, your favorite shelf here.
I think this has had to be my favorite part of your collection.
I mean, valid. You've got the medieval blacksmith shop, which is a great set, and I think it kind of got me more hyped for castle stuff than I was before, because I've always liked medieval stuff. Obviously, you know, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so that got me excited for more stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Some great figures between there too.
Right, of course you've got the new Bat Lord. Although, what do they call him? Vampire Knight or something? Stupid.
Bat Knight, I don't know, something.
It's Basil the Bat Lord.
Yeah, that's obviously supposed to be Basil, yeah.
Right, and then this is a great set. That's the Bricklink Castle in the Forest set.
A very rare set, because that's a limited edition Bricklink set. It's fairly expensive now, not like out of
sealed. It's like $600 or $700.
Yeah, but you have to really pony up for it.
Right.
Yeah, so. It's great, and it looks great next to all the other castle items.
Right, so you've got the Shroomkin, which is our custom kit hiding in the background there. I thought that was a good addition. It's the only theme that it would fit with, so I mean...
That is true. Yeah.
And it's my favorite of those kind of creature builds that Steven's made for the store. And then we've got, of course, the Forest Hideout gift for the purchase, which looks really good with the, you know, the castle there. It's got the black tree coming out of it, so it fit perfectly right there.
Yeah, part of the terrain and the dual Forester shields on both entrances, kind of a little tie.
So dope. And of course, I mean, you can't complain about this set. I know I don't have to say anything.
Yep, it's as glorious as ever, and looks very nice on this shelf too. So.
It's quite majestic.
Now we've got two little mini yellow castles next to it. One of those is from the Lego House set.
So no, that is from the 60 Years set. So that's the one that came with that, the monorail, and then the Galaxy Explorer and the Barracuda.
Right. Okay.
So the one behind it, though, I know you know what that one is.
It's the Walmart.
That's the Walmart one, which I actually found in our as-is bin.
That's
right. I was like, oh, we have this, and I was like, I'll buy it.
What a surprise!
Right. Yeah. It's pretty neat little set. I've got the goat guy back there, obviously. Some good CMFs from the recent years that are just castle-y.
King and Queen out front.
So right. I had to get those.
And that should be about all the castle shelf.
Right.
What's below here?
We've got the El Dorado Fortress, which is a beautiful remake. The style they did, where they didn't take away from the fact that the original one had that raised base plate. They did so well with that, and it looks great. And it is neat that they have different ways you can display it, because there are, you know, several modular chunks in there. I like it as the OG style.
The classic, yes. So.
And then, of course, it came with the boat that was from the
Imperial Trading Post.
Right,
yes.
That's the one. Yep.
Which is a cool ship.
Right. I mean, they didn't have to include that, but they did.
They did.
And there's that Barracuda from the 90 Years as well.
Right. Now I'm starting to see the pattern. That's good.
Right. Exactly. I think that's the Barracuda, right? I'm not wrong there.
I believe that is the name of it. Yeah.
And then
Daniel's nodding.
Your favorite set. The Viking Village. The black pole, unfortunately, splits it right in the middle, but it's the only way I could display it.
We can get the...
Right, I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah. That's a custom toothless. I didn't build it all from my brain. It's mostly some mock instructions I bought. So
yeah. Hey,
I'm not that good, guys, but I like it a lot. And, of course, How to Train Your Dragon is one of my favorite franchises. And they've never made Lego for it, which is extremely disappointing.
Not yet.
Right, I mean...
Fingers crossed, we can hope.
With the live action, maybe they will.
And yeah, that set is great. I'm glad to see that it's still in one piece. Unlike
somebody.
Unlike other people I know. Yeah, so it looks great.
Right. And then we've got the classic space section, which is all, you know, not very classic. It's all newer stuff, but it's the good stuff. You know, we've got the little rides. And I didn't mention it when we went by Castle and Pirates, but I have the Castle and Pirates ride as well.
Amusement park rides.
Right.
Like,
they were fun little VIP things, and when we got them in the store, I was like, might as well do them.
Yeah, it's a nice collection.
And then there's that Galaxy Explorer as well from the 60 years of play.
Yeah, exactly.
The Galaxy Explorer, I don't have to say anything about.
It's awesome. It's big. It's great.
Right.
And that's a built one versus the box one over there that's signed.
The box one is sealed. This is a separate one.
Yeah. You got two, so you can keep that signed one together.
Right. And then some, you know, the Brown Spaceman, good CMF. And then, of course, I had to get the Alien guy because he's pretty dope. And I think I have those purple air tanks he's holding because you randomly gave them to me, maybe? I don't know. Somebody gave them to me.
There you go.
And I was like, well, I don't know what to do with them because I don't have any of the parts for one. So I was like, I've got it. He took them. He stole them from somebody.
He stole someone's auction.
Right, and they didn't make it. And then the Blacktron was a good gift for the purchase. And it was one I debated on opening, but I'm glad I did because it's a good build.
It is a fun build.
And as you can see, on my hat here, I'm actually repping the Blacktron today.
Yeah.
Got the Blacktron patch.
The bad guys are pretty cool.
I mean, what can I say?
Exactly. But a few more themes kind of here on the bottom here.
Right.
What do we got on top left here?
We've got a great set, one of my favorites, Stranger Things. One of two sets, and I have the second one underneath it, which is just the Brickheads.
Yeah.
But it's a good Brickheads. The Demigorgon's really cool. 11 is just, you know, a standard person. It's not much you can do with that.
Yeah.
But the set itself is great. I've got our custom Demigorgon there because it looks so great and menacing right behind the kids there.
Absolutely. And that's a complete Stranger Things Lego collection.
Right. I've got the Atlanta Brick Co. exclusive one. I've got the Brickheads, and I've got the 75180 or 810.
Outside of like
Upside
a Comic-Con figure, but yeah, that's...
Well, I don't want Barb.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to pay for Barb, I mean. But it's a good set, and I really like the way that you could flip it upside down and display it the other way, and it would be fine.
Yeah. It's a great, and it fits nicely in that shelf. It's just the right height. So.
It literally just fits.
Another millimeter close.
And it's one I have a light kit installed in, but I don't have a plug connection, unfortunately.
No
so
USB
I would love
there.
to show it off, but it just does not fit.
You can see pictures on our website, atlbreak.com.
That's true. We have the lighting kit.
Yeah.
Right. Now the first of the Star Wars, as it has leaked over onto this shelf, but one of the better dioramas, in my opinion, the throne room. It's just a classic scene. You can't beat it. And the figs are great. The display ability is beautiful. I just really like the dioramas they're doing, which are like dual scenes.
Yeah, exactly. A very iconic scene, very well executed, very dynamic too. So.
Right. And then, of course, a classic scene, and everyone knows and loves the Mos Eisley Cantina. I put the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter above it. I thought that was just I mean, it's the only place I could fit it, and it made sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he flies over it all the time. He goes inside. It's just a different era.
Yeah,
so.
He's time traveling a little bit, but that's okay.
It's one of those Star Wars sets you can just take all your random figs and put them around because I mean, there was just a hive of all the humans, aliens, everybody, droids. They're all around. Yeah, and then my DC section, which literally this is it.
That's it. Yep.
There's my DC section.
Well, I mean, I see some really special things down there.
Right. I
so
mean, you don't see a theme there, right? It's not just like all from the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
There's only one thing, and it's the Robert Pattinson Batman. That's the only thing not Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But I had to get the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah, you're a fan of.
I didn't love him as Batman, but I like Robert Pattinson.
Exactly.
But yeah, we've got the Dark Knight figs there, which I had to add the Bane and the Gordon, Chief Gordon, because those are great figs. Very well done. But the first thing I got was right after I watched the Dark Knight trilogy for the first time. The small one was out, and I was like, I did like it. I don't collect anything DC, but it's a nice one. I'll get it. Yeah. But then I was like, oh, dang, they've got a big one too. So I was like,
gotta get it. The collection.
So when we got one in the store, and I was like, man, I kind of want it. So I bought it. And I'm glad I did. It was actually fun to build. It looks like it would just be black and boring, but it was a lot of fun.
And that is the second version, right?
Right. Yes. They made one in 2014. This is 2021.
Yeah, so more recent. I think it's actually improved in a number of ways.
It is. I definitely would agree. And then the Bat Pod is one that is like extremely hard to find VIP. I don't even remember how you could get it, but it was a hard VIP like giveaway thing.
It was like a raffle winning
There was
type
2,000 made, I think, which is not a lot. However, someone had put the part list out there, and I was able to find it and part it together. There's nothing unique. There's some harder to find pieces, like the wheels are a little bit expensive, but they're the same as the tumbler. And then there's 6 of these like bionicle kind of pieces.
The connectors,
as you can see here, and those were like $6 each or so. But I parted the whole thing out for about $90. Which I thought was pretty good.
That's nice.
So it's just a cool one. It's not like I'm trying to sell it as the Comic-Con. Yeah. Whatever.
You built it as your own.
Right. I just wanted it, and it's a cool set.
Exactly. Well, that's it for DC.
Right. And then the only Marvel set not on the Marvel shelf, which understandably why it does not fit, is my favorite Marvel set. And even with the new Avengers Tower, this is still my favorite Marvel set, the Avengers Helicarrier.
Oh, it's glorious. It's gigantic. It just barely fits on that big shelf right there.
It does, yeah.
It's awesome. And we've actually talked about this on our Marvel sets video,
right, we did. Very recently.
Yeah. So it's good to see it very complete here with all the little accessories and details. Bunch of great figures and micro figures.
Right, the micro figures inside as well, which we showed on that video. So if you want to see more of the interior, which there's not a lot, but there's some cool features, you can check out that video. And then the display stand for the minifigs that came with the set. Really cool that you got the shield like eagle logo.
Exactly.
Pretty dope.
Dynamic. Okay, and so up here on the top we have some big, very unusually shaped vehicles here.
Right.
Joe. What do we got?
These are my UCS sets. My favorite UCS set, the UCS Slave 1. I don't really have to tell you why.
It's amazing.
It's already an amazing ship in Star Wars, but the UCS version just has done it amazing justice.
Super special, and very nicely displayed up there.
Right, and then the first UCS set I ever got was actually the Obi-Wan Starfighter, because we got one in built, and I was like, I've never seen this before, and it's actually pretty cool. It wasn't too expensive, $100, $200, I don't remember, and so I picked it up. I did transition the stand a little bit, so it's angled sideways. The stand has it angled up, but since it's on a high shelf, I was like, well, you're not going to see it if it's just straight up.
Exactly.
This is a UCS Republic tank that my brother built a couple years ago. I gave him, it was when I started collecting all the 187th Troopers, so I gave him 3 of those and said, hey, make me a big one.
There you go.
He's gotten better since then, too. It's mock building. He has a YouTube channel, JMock. Go follow and subscribe.
Give me a subscribe, absolutely.
Right, and then the UCS gunship, great set, a cool ship. Almost gave up on trying to find a spot for it because it is so oddly displayed because the stand is so far forward. As you can see, like it's literally on the edge here because it's holding the weight going this way.
Exactly.
But, I mean, like I can't pull it forward anymore because the stand would be off the edge. So tough one to find a spot for, but it looks good up there. So I'm not moving it. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And then these 4 cubbies here are the complete solo collection.
Yes, and we've talked about that at length on our studs with just you and your collection.
If you want to see a breakdown of all these sets and kind of more of what we think about solo, go check out that video. But they're great sets, amazing figures. I mean, like I said, I've talked about this all before, but I just love the movie. It's actually underrated. It just was a bad time when it came out.
Exactly. A wide variety of circumstances ended up causing that movie some harm when it launched. But hopefully people can check it out later.
And then my only buildable figure, General Grievous.
Your Bionicle figure.
No. Buildable figure. Garrett will kill you.
Yeah, you won't like that. No one would like that.
Right, but that's the best one, and I just randomly was like, might as well grab him. Yeah. And then I was like, I don't know where to put him, so he's on the UCS Millennium Falcon.
So that's actually the only Star Wars buildable figure I have as well. Just
really?
He looks amazing.
Right.
I mean, if you haven't gotten that in your collection,
he's
do you
perfect.
Even like General Grievous?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. But what is he standing on?
I mean, it's just the UCS Falcon. It's all no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
No, this is a good one. I got this one, I think, a year ago. Not long after I moved into this house. So, over a little over a year ago. And it was a fun build, actually. It was one I was like, I don't know if I really ever would want it. But then I was like, if it retires and I don't have it, then I want it.
The fear of missing out, right? Yeah.
I was like, I would be so broke.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it because it's a really special set.
Right.
Good figures displayed on top. It's awesome.
And then these 4 cubbies here, from right to left, are the Rogue One collection. I recently, I would say probably 6 months ago at the latest, I decided I wanted to collect all the Rogue One sets.
Absolutely.
And I have all of the sets. I'm just missing a couple figs because I didn't get them complete. So like I don't have the Moroff, who's the big white alien guy.
Yeah.
And
He's
I think
hard to find.
Right. We have him. I just need to go buy him. So I'm just missing a few figs, and then this collection will be complete.
Nice.
This is probably my favorite cubby. It's because I just really like the way I got the U-wing to be flying over the Battle of Scarif.
Dropping people off. Yeah.
Right, and then they're all charging into the bunker. It's just a good set, actually. That was the first one I got, was the Battle of Scarif, I think.
That is a really good set. I think all the Rogue One sets are
They're really good.
Super collectible.
The best one is, of course, this one, Krennic Shuttle. I wish I could display it with its wings out. There's nowhere to put that.
It's a pretty big vehicle, too. It kind of has the Republic gunship dimensions sort of problem, so yeah.
And then, of course, I have the polybag, which is the squad leader.
The shore trooper.
Right, so I have all 3 of those. And then this I got recently at the store, we had it. And I was like, I got to get both these battle packs anyway to say it's complete. And it was the same price for the 2 battle packs sealed as this was sealed. So I was like, might as well. So
get the cool
it's also just a unique piece, right, exactly. So the only thing I'm missing from that is a couple figs.
Absolutely.
Now we get to my favorite part of Star Wars, Rebels. So this shelf here begins the Rebels collection. And I've got kind of the Imperials on the right here with, or on the left, sorry. I can't do directions sometimes.
Okay, get the Imperials on the left.
Right, with the best ones. You've got Grand Admiral Thrawn, can't beat it. You get Admiral Yularen, which is really cool. He was a polybag.
And Grand Moff.
And then the dark tan Grand Moff Tarkin. Grand Moff Tarkin.
And the whole Rebels line has a ton of amazing figures.
It does.
Looks like you've got some the newer ones, older ones, some custom ones.
Right, I've got a little of everything there. Yeah. So the Imperials are good, but then, we've got the Rebel Command Frigate, or Combat Frigate, I think is the name of it. That one is a set I bought sealed a couple years ago from our store and split it open immediately. For one specific reason, being the Rebels Ahsoka. As you can see, best Ahsoka they've ever made, one of the best figures they've ever made. Just a great character. I love Ahsoka from the Rebels, from the Clone Wars. Now she's in live action, has her own show. it's amazing.
Great
big Ahsoka fan.
Absolutely.
And then the black hair Kanan beside her is also the most exclusive figure from Rebels because he's kind of a misprint basically.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find and
limited time.
Not cheap.
Yeah.
But I think this is my favorite set from the Rebels wave, and it's Captain Rex's ATTE.
Mm-hmm.
The ATTE is a great vehicle.
Yes.
It's already amazing. But the fact that it's all junked up, it's got a brown leg that's supposed to be, I guess, rusted or something, and then all the different stuff they've added, like the fishing lines and stuff. And then the old figs, like the old clone commanders and captains they're amazing.
So much character, for sure.
Right, so good set, comes with great figs, comes with the 5th brother Inquisitor as well, who's somewhere else.
He's somewhere around.
Right, and then I've got just random, as you can see, the Rebels, there's a lot of custom figs kind of everywhere throughout them, because that's
sprinkled in there.
When I was collecting the Rebels stuff is when I kind of got my custom kicks.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the original Ghost, as well as the Phantom 1 on top of it in the back, and then the Phantom 2 from 2017.
Yes.
Which is the set that comes with Thrawn.
Right, because that's doesn't actually fit to the old vehicle,
right.
but it does stand alone. So.
That's kind of the classic fig lineup for all the different Rebels characters you have there, but then I had to get a Hondo because he's great in the Clone Wars, but he also shows up again in Rebels, and he's just, everyone loves Hondo. If you don't love Hondo, then you've got problems.
He's pretty great.
And then below that is the Ghost. No, we just talked about that. I think I'm seeing a ghost. Anyway,
ghost,
or I'm seeing a Phantom.
Or both.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the new Ghost in Phantom 2, which is a good set. A great upgrade. I really like. I mean, obviously it looks better than the old one. The old one's nostalgic as well.
Yeah.
But the colors are updated beautifully. The design is great.
It's about the same size.
Figures are good. Yeah, which is really cool. Displaying them so close together, you can look at them and appreciate both. You know, you can see, wow, this was good for 2014, and then wow, look how far they've come in 10 years.
Exactly.
And then the Wookiee gunship, as well as the random speeders. That's kind of just the random sets they made from Rebels there. So, I mean, they're good sets, but just kind of random.
Absolutely.
The Wookiee,
you gotta have a place.
Right. The Wookiee gunship is one that is actually really cool, though, because it is so different from anything else they've made, because it's specifically for a different species main vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not just a clone or a droid or stormtrooper. You know, it's not just one of those random vehicles you see all the time. And then moving on, we've got 2 random cubbies here that are just like from the shows. So we've got the Inquisitor ship from Obi-Wan, as well as the Brickheads. Then I have the figures for the other Obi-Wan set, but that is long gone in my bulk.
As many ended
right.
up. So,
I mean, where they belong. But the Inquisitor ship is a great set.
Yes.
The figures are great. The set itself is very well designed, and the price point was great. It's retired now, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry if you missed out.
Good luck finding one.
I think we have some, yeah.
At the store, yeah.
And then over here, we've got Daniel's favorite set, the Ambush on Ferrix. I know he adores this set and would highly sing its praises.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he hates it. It's one of those two. I don't mind the set, and I got it when I had some extra store credit because I wanted the figures mainly. So I just threw it in the cubby with the Bad Batch ship. The Bad Batch ship is good, but the figures, again, are the reason I got it.
All right, so we have a little bit of a Star Wars section over here, too.
This is a random shelf I got because I had this space here, and I was like, I just got to fit something there. And so this shelf has Darth Vader's castle, which is a great set, as well as the different ties around it. You've got the tie prototype, which is the Inquisitor ship with the Grand Inquisitor and 5th brother, as well as some custom ones in the front. Behind it is Vader's tie advance, which is the double pack with the A-Wing we saw earlier.
Yep.
And then the Fang Fighter and TIE Interceptor set, which the Fang Fighter is long gone. Not a great build, but the TIE Interceptor is one of my favorites ties.
A classic,
if not my favorite. But the Darth Vader's castle is beautiful, and I also have a light kit for it.
Oh, very nice. That's
right?
special.
That one looks really good.
Those light kits, man. That's.
I'm telling you, man, they really can add a lot to certain sets. Not all of them need it, but some of them, like this one with the red, it kind of gives it that Sith appeal as well as the lava. And I'm sorry, but I had to.
I just saw that.
It's a good figure, and it was cheap when I got him. He was only like $6, and I was like, it's a good fig, and I might as well get him. And I was like, I don't know where to put him. And I was like, I figured it out.
I think in the canon, he's missing his legs and his arms.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
Get a good deal on part of a figure there. So
part of a figure, yeah. And then below that, we have these dark red sets.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Ahsoka set, the T6 shuttle. The set's not bad, but the figures, that's what's up. You got Huyang, you've got Ahsoka, obviously, and then the new Sabine. Great figs. The show was really good. Really enjoyed it. This is one people don't like as much. The New Republic gunship, which is the Coruscant Guard style. I like the color scheme. It is a little small, but I'm okay with that because it fits.
And price,
right?
It's a little cheaper than it could have been. So.
Great figs that it comes with, and then behind it's just Obi-Wan's Interceptor that I don't know why I have it. I just do. It's a good set, yeah. Right? I just have it. I really don't know where I got it. And then below it, yeah, the last Ahsoka set there, and that is the E-Wing and Shin Hati's Starfighter.
Yeah, great figures.
The E-Wing's great. Shin Hati's Starfighter isn't bad. It's just not my favorite, but the figures are amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Ahsoka show I found it very exciting and entertaining. Not everyone loved it, but you know.
Well, if the people didn't like it, I asked them if they watched Rebels. 90% of the time they hadn't, so that'll do it. And then going on, we have sealed sets here. These are all sealed crystallized sets from Ninjago. Mm-hmm. I'm only missing 2. They're all sealed because there's nowhere to put them.
Space is
so,
a thing.
You know, whenever I buy a house and have room, then I'll build them. But I just wanted to put them on display because they are good sets, and I do intend on building them at some point. Mm-hmm. But I have to figure out space for them. Yeah,
collecting them now versus in a couple of years when they get...
They already retired, so, you know, it's now or never, really.
All right, and we also have a cool Ninjago poster.
Right.
What's the story there?
This is from Possession, which is season 5 of Ninjago. It's a great poster. We randomly had it at the store, as we do. You know, we just get stuff in, and that was one. It had the frame already, so I was like, it looks cool, and it wasn't expensive, so I picked it up.
Yeah.
Makes the window not look bland. All right. I mean, this is what you guys have all been waiting for.
How many guys we got up there?
We have 91 of the just normal Phase 2 187s, as well as I think 8 or 9 of they're called the Commander, but they're really just airborne.
Yeah, airborne.
But those are all in the back because they're not quite as cool. Yeah. And I had to put Mace Windu's Starfighter above it because it looks so cool, actually.
That's awesome.
As well as every Mace Windu they've ever made as well.
Now, do you have more Mace Windus or Cedric's from Harry Potter?
I think you have more Mace Windus. 7 Mace Windus, and wow, it's tied. There's literally...
Oh my goodness. Well, that's good. You wouldn't want to
whichever
have more.
one gets... Well, I mean, that's just however many they've made. So,
yeah.
You know, if they make another one of either one, that's the one I'll have more of.
That's amazing.
And I have a brickhead of both because I built a custom one of Mace Windu.
Looks great.
And then going on from the best clones to also more good clones, we have the 212th, 332nd, and 501st Legions, as well as all of their respective commanders, which is
the classic
obviously trio. You've got Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Captain Rex.
Oh yes.
And then I have the helmets for Captain Rex and Cody. And I was rearranging, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going to put these Starfighters. And then I was like, got it. I'll just put them on the head.
Just smack them on the top.
It may not be the most pretty thing, but you've got Ahsoka's brickhead holding up Ahsoka's Starfighter, and then Obi-Wan's Starfighter held up by Cody, and then Rex is holding up Anakin's Starfighter. They're great sets. I love the Starfighters. I wish I could have them all hanging from the ceiling, but I also don't want to hang anything from the ceiling.
You want to hear a crash in the night?
Right. Yeah, so that's a good little display of all the clone troopers that have come out recently, and of course had to have Rex there.
Yeah, gotta take advantage of the 3-dimensional space of these kind of cube-like shapes here. So
yeah, some random Lego master gave me these shelves. So
yeah, they work. They're
this here is the Mandalorian shelf, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's just the stuff from the Mandalorian. Got his helmet, the child, the snub fighter, the Mandalorian Forge, which got really popular.
I do like that Forge.
It's a good one. And then, of course, the great figs like Moff Gideon and Bo-Katan, Cara Dune, Greef Karga. Great figs. And then below that is just the second shelf for the Mandalorian, which is the Razor Crest and just random, small sets like the hallway scene. And just kind of the figures are the funnest part about those. I have the UCS Mando because we got one in. I didn't want to get the whole set because, as you can see, I have no space.
Yeah,
I'd love to have it. I'd also love to have the new CSS Venator.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to put them.
You would need to have no walking space.
Yeah, well. Yeah. And then this is kind of the most random Star Wars shelf here. Got the Scout Trooper head because that's my favorite of the Imperial ones. The Dagobah diorama. great diorama. I really like it. I think it's totally worth it. But then it's just the random fig collections. Got the little Mandalorian duel there. Mm-hmm. Great. I mean, season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Oh yes.
Peak. Beautiful.
Super cool.
And then of course the Bark Speeder that comes with Captain Rex. But I mean, I'm not going to put Captain Rex down there. He's got to be with his Legion.
Exactly. He's with his men. So.
And then going up from there, we've got more random. The new ATTE that comes with the 212 and Cody. Mm-hmm. Great set as well. Random figures like the Darth Maul with no shirt.
Shirtless Maul, yeah.
Right. It's cool. He's got great tattoos. The Ahsoka, and then Sassy 10 or Sauce 10. I like Sassy 10.
Is he Saucy 10 or Sassy 10?
He's sassy. His Jedi Starfighter, which is a very good one.
That is a cool looking ship.
Random Vulture Droid in the back because that's the Vulture Droid that comes with the Ahsoka Starfighter. So right. I had to keep the collection together. And then above it there, we have some better sets here.
Some artillery happening over
right.
Left,
I really like this. I think it's ATV-7 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Anti-tank cannon. Yeah. It's something dramatic. It's a good set. That I really like it. I just put a random 501st on it because the wolf pack is displayed lower. Mm-hmm. But the duel on Geonosis, or Geonosis, ish.
Geonosis, yes.
Whichever one that is. One of those planets. That's a great set. I really like that one. The figs are amazing. I got the Anakin and Obi-Wan from the 2013 gunship. Yes. I don't have the set, but I got those figs because they fit so well. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, I've been having an issue with Yoda, who keeps falling down. So I've got to put some studs there for him to stand up, but he's just chilling.
Exactly.
And then Poggle, of course. And then above that is my favorite Star Wars set, maybe ever. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but it is one of my favorite sets that they've ever made.
The Christmas Mall.
That's right. No, Christmas Mall. That's it. No, those are good figs, but the Palpatine's Arrest.
Yes.
Great set. I remember seeing it in the catalog as a kid and going, it has every color lightsaber. Because it does. It has, purple for Mace Windu, green and blue, and then the red. That was super cool as a kid.
It's all of them.
Still cool, but I mean, I like it for the figs and the display of it as well. So I just put all my random Sith figs there as well. Just like General Grievous, so I do have a General Grievous. I do like him. And then, of course, Palpatine Vader 2020. Don't know where I got that, but I have it.
That tile right there? Yeah.
Yeah, I got that in some random Bricklink order or something like that, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I'd vote for them.
There you go.
Galactic Senate, baby.
They seem great, yeah.
Yeah, no harm done.
Peace and stability to their new empire.
All right, and then this is very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have this great collection of Cole figures.
It's the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, no, you have an awesome
Cole
ninja collection.
Yes, this is all of the Coles except maybe one or two that I haven't got yet.
Some of the more recent
ones. I think
I
have them all. I don't know if I'm missing any. I have to look through them again. I haven't done that in a while, but I had to get the best Cole sets to go with it, which is the Quake mech from the Lego Ninjago movie. Mm-hmm. Just looks great, and I love these figs. Cole's obviously my favorite ninja, if you didn't pick up on that.
I'm starting to get that impression here.
So yeah, and then below that we have Cole's mech.
Another
shocker, Cole mech. Right? That's from Dragon Rising Season 2, but Dragon Rising Season 1 had this really cool temple, and I haven't seen either one of these seasons, but that is a very cool set. And I was like, I have one open cubby, might as well. So,
it's a gorgeous looking set.
Right, it's amazing build. And then below that, we have the last of the Star Wars. This is Boba Fett's cubby.
The shrine to Boba Fett. Yep.
Right, pretty cool art. I got that from someone a couple of years ago as well. The Boba Fett helmet's cool. All the figs are good. That's the 20th anniversary Slave 1. Just standard stuff. Everyone likes those. Mm-hmm. But below it, we have the more nostalgic style, and that is the OG Boba Fett Slave 1, and then the OG and the only Jango Fett Slave 1 there. Yeah. As well as the figs that go with it.
Very nice, yeah. Jango Fett, very underrated. Very great figure.
I know. I'd love to have another one.
Well, one is better than none. So
right.
And then what's on the bottom over here, Joe? Right. Describe what's happening here.
We've got all the random CMFs that I own that don't fit with anything else. And then, of course, The Office. Yep. Which it's a great set. I really like it. It fits right there, and that's where it's going to stay.
Yeah. It's a catch-all for some things you like. So.
Right. And then above that, we've got our little Disney shelf, which has got mostly CMFs from the Disney 100 wave, as well as a few other ones like the old Stitch and Maleficent, and then Mickey, who I really don't care about.
I'm noticing that Tron Legacy set.
Oh, you noticed that?
It's pretty nice over there. Yeah.
That's a great set. I really like that. I have a light kit installed. I think I can turn it on. I think I put the battery box with it.
Let's see if we got it. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Down, down, down.
That's a set that definitely deserves the lighting kit.
Right?
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. And then the Up House is a classic one as well. I mean, it just was a good Disney set. The figures are good. It's not necessarily my favorite movie. I just was like, might as well.
It's actually like a perfect set for that theme and characters and movie. Yeah,
and then random brickheads, those were my wife's. I don't really care about the bunny or the bee, but she likes them, so they're great.
That's good.
But the bell is a good one. Up here is my more random shelf as well. This is, let me go ahead and turn that.
Save some battery, yeah.
Right, I don't want it to just run out forever. This is my Speed Champions collection. As you can see, almost as big as Grant's.
Yeah, exactly.
All 3 of them. Just some good ones. I liked the Corvette double pack for the OG style Corvette, and then, I mean, the DB5 is cool.
Oh, yes. I think one of the best Speed Champion vehicles.
Right, and then the Christmas Carol, I really liked that gift with purchase when it came out, so I've had that one since it came out, and it's good. Plumber Joe, of course. I had to get the Joe's Plumbing van from the Lego Movie because it comes with a Plumber Joe.
I mean, that's basically
and Alfie the Apprentice.
Yeah, that's you in figure form.
Right, that's basically me. Yeah. And then Ship in the Bottle is a classic set. I mean, very well done, really fun to build, and yeah, enough said.
Looks great. Yeah.
Now the most random disc.
Oh dear.
This is Joe's shelf.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, of course, what do you expect but Hammond?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Right, I just have random stuff here. And then over here, I believe Grumpy J got this for me for my birthday.
And that's one of the
it's
gorillas.
The gorilla from Chima.
I don't know the name of that one. It's
I don't
starts
either.
With a G, so.
But, and then since we're over there, you see the infected, I think that's the Howl mask.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a great one. Gary got that for me for my birthday as well.
There you go.
So I have Bionicle in my collection.
I was wrong. You actually have more than just the Grievous over there.
And then you can see there, I've got one of my minifig battle builds there that I had to buy and take home because it's pretty dope.
Yeah, classic Atlanta Brick Co. series of minifig battles. We should bring those back.
I know, those are good ones.
More Bionicle. Hold on. Up top left. What's happening there?
Yeah, Garrett also got me that one.
He got you started. You need to finish that collection. Man.
Right, and then random bobbleheads from the Braves games I've gone to.
There you go.
And then the camper on the left is my first ever Lego set.
Okay, I was wondering the significance of that.
Right, I know, it doesn't fit, but fun fact about that, which is one of the weirdest things ever, is when I told my wife that was my first Lego set, she was like, that was my first Lego set.
Wow.
Which is so weird and random, but it's true. It's
amazing.
true.
That's cool.
And then, in the top right is one of my favorite things. This is, shout out to Alex, my brother-in-law, because he's a legend. He went to a Seattle con that Ashley Eckstein was at.
Wow.
So she signed the Ahsoka brickhead for him and for me. He was like, hey, would you want one? I was like, yeah.
Please, yeah.
So he got her to sign one for each of us, and she signed it Ashley Eckstein as well as Ahsoka Tano. So
wow.
That's probably worth a lot, but I'm not selling it.
That's a much more special set than just the original Ahsoka set, which is good, but that's just super cool. So.
Above here, we have Amelia Earhart's airplane. As well as the Disney Castle. Right, that was the last set I put anywhere, and I was like, I have no room left. I have to reorganize. Yeah, it fits right there.
That works. But that Disney Castle is beautiful. I haven't seen it in person yet until today.
Oh, really?
It's really nice. So
the colors are beautiful. I mean, the sand blue especially is my favorite, and a lot more gold accents than the first one had.
Yeah.
As well as that fleshy color.
I think it's much bigger too. This is a large set.
I think it's about the same actually. It doesn't only, I think like 200 more parts maybe. It's not. I don't think it's that much.
Okay.
But the main reason I wanted it, yeah, just zoom in right there on that beautiful man, Flynn Rider. Yeah. That's one of my favorite, if not my favorite Disney movies is Tangled. So getting Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Amazing.
In minifig form, not mini doll form.
Right, exactly. I didn't want those. But the other figs are really good too. I do like the Tiana and Naveen. That's a good movie as well. I mean, I don't know about Snow White and Cinderella. I don't care that much. They're pretty basic.
Those are before your time a little bit.
I mean, I've seen them. That doesn't mean I like them. And then, I said that was the last of the Star Wars, but there's more.
A few snuck in here.
Right. I had the Plo Koon Starfighter is the only place I could find room for him as well, and he's just shooting down the tri-droid there. So
he blends in with the blue
right,
roofs, though.
it works. But moving on to what you guys all really want to see is Rocky.
Rocky the Dragon.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome. No, Ninjago City.
Yeah, that
good too. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Ninjago City Markets, and Ninjago City Gardens.
The 3 best Ninjago City modules, right? Yeah.
I'd like the docks, but as you can see, there's literally no room for it, and it brings everything down a scale a little bit. Yeah. It's not quite as tall as the other ones, so it just wouldn't fit as well.
Not quite the majestic look that you're going for with these 3 here.
Right, so, yeah. And then of course I had to get all the 10th anniversary of Ninjago figures here. And good figures, like the Bionicle lady there is really cool. And then I like to throw in random people, like the Bone Demon snuck in here, you know. I've got these super battle droids marching across.
Yeah, the Separatists have invaded Ninjago City, and ninjas are fighting them off.
So this is all together. It's like when you back up and look at this all, you're like, wow. You know, they just all mesh so well. You could go, that's all one thing. You know,
it looks like one cohesive build.
So
awesome.
I love those sets. Any more they make, I'll have to buy it and figure out how to put them up there.
Yeah, it's a problem for another day, though, Joe. Yeah.
Right. So that's it for the Lego room. But wait. There's more.
We got one more thing to check out really quick. We are in a different room of the house to check out your special Lord of the Rings section, right? All by itself.
It doesn't exactly fit in the Lego room, so it's leaked, you know?
Yeah.
So this is all my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets here. We'll start down here with some good old Hobbit sets.
Oh, yes.
In the corner, which is horribly hidden because I don't know where to put it, is random stuff like this. This was gifted to me at Atlanta BrickCon.
Oh, the Hobbit bag.
Right,
yeah.
Pretty cool. And then, of course, the Frodo case in the back. I don't have room for these anywhere else, so they just hang out in the corner for now.
There you go.
But down here, we've got the Hobbit sets. Both the Lake Town sets are down here. Great sets, great figs. You guys, I've done videos on the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit stuff before. You know I love it. If you want more information on all these sets, I have broken them down a lot on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yes. And,
yeah, some goblin stuff as well. Or not goblin, some elven stuff. This is a good shelf here. This is the Battle of the Five Armies set and then the Lonely Mountain set, which comes with Smaug.
Smaug is awesome.
Enough said.
Beautiful dragon. Excellent.
Right.
Piece. We've talked about it at length before.
Great set. Just amazing. And then Dol Guldur, as well as Dol Guldur Ambush. That's what it's called.
There you go.
Dol Guldur. It's not a great name. And then we've got, of course, the little spider attack there. I don't have the figures on it because they're elsewhere in all this. I've moved them around. But the Dol Guldur Ambush comes with one of the best figs, although he's kind of hidden here, is Radagast. An amazing figure there.
Yes.
As well as the little Witch King Ambush at the front with the Galadriel fig. The only way you can get Galadriel was in this set right here.
Pretty crazy. Glad we got her.
And then, of course, you got to go classic brickheads.
Oh, yeah.
No, these are all very new. I'm sure you guys have seen that these have come out recently. They're good. I'm just glad Lord of the Rings is back. You know, I'm not complaining. This is a custom Sting that my brother made.
Another J-Mock Studios
Right,
mock.
Exactly. Yeah. Shout out to him again. So, it's pretty cool. Fit that back in there.
You got the Mines of Moria up here.
That's right. And Shelob is slowly sneaking her way down. Hovering.
It's a cave troll.
she's connected to the shelf above just because I was like, I don't know where else to put her.
There you go.
And then the Orc Forge, of course, as well. Just like with this stuff, it's just like wherever I could fit it, I had to fit it.
Yeah, it's all Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, right? Yeah,
it all looks good together.
Yeah.
Now we get to the better shelf here. We've got some custom figures here, mostly styled from the game, the Lord of the Rings game, like the Easternlings and then the Gondor Guards. I just really like those a lot. This is a Comic-Con set that, again, if I want it, I'm just going to part it out. So I parted that one out. Great figs here. This is the Polybag Good Morning Bilbo patchwork. This is just, enough said. This is the most amazing Hobbit set, probably. Yeah. Yes. The nice bag end.
That would be something to see them revisit in the future, hopefully.
A big one would be so cool. Now, these up here are all sealed movies. So they're sealed because they all have minifigs inside. Ooh. So this has Bard and Bane. And the Bane,
son, right?
This Bane only came in here.
There you go.
It's the only way you can get him. And then Desolation of Smaug, Legolas, We did get him in a set, so it's not as exclusive, but it's an exclusive mini kit.
Yeah, sure.
So there's a poly bag in there.
That's cool.
But the best one was the first one, and that is Blue Coat Bilbo.
Oh, yes, that is special.
And getting this one with him still sealed inside is crazy. But we got him in the store randomly, and I was like, Chris, give me a price. I don't care what it is. I'm buying it.
Name your price.
I was like, I'm going to get that one. And this is one of my, actually, I think the most recent addition to my Hobbit and Lord of the Rings collection. Comic-Con Bard.
Wait a second. Is that the Bard figure from the Hobbit set?
Yeah. It's the same exact figure. He's not exclusive, but his cardboard makes him expensive.
I'm glad you got it, Joe. You can now say, I've got Bard the Bow.
Right, but
Comic-Con box.
For any of those who have more money than me and really like me, the Azog is still out there. And the Azog is stupidly worth thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Like this one's hundreds of dollars, which is hard to justify. Yeah. But I was like, I can trade some random stuff and feel okay with it. But thousands of dollars for a figure I literally already have?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's tough. Well, for your birthday list next
year, I'll put it on there.
That's good.
We've got the cooking, I think it's cooking corner or something like that. No, it doesn't have the name on it, but it's little cooking corner. It's literally just food. Very Hobbit.
Is that Frodo in there? Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is from the Green Dragon, which I did. So I went to New Zealand last year, which was great. This is from the Green Dragon, but I did the tour just like the normal tour. One of our good friends and followers is Morgan, and he went and did the bigger tour where they sat down and were able to do it. I don't know how he did, but he was able to get a Green Dragon mug. Yeah. From the Green Dragon, and he was like, "Hey, did you get one when you went?" I was like, "Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know that was an option." He's like, "Okay." And then he sent me one. Wow. So shout out to Morgan. Yeah. That's a great gift to get. I'm very glad to have it.
That's awesome.
And then this is the best brickheads, in my opinion. I do like the Balrog, but I like this Aragorn, the kingly Aragorn, a lot.
The crowns with the kind of metallic pieces. That's awesome.
Right. And then the Black Gate here. This is the official Black Gate. This is the one I built a few years ago because it's bigger and better.
Taller gate walls there.
Right. And I had to, obviously set up the best scene possible. Aragorn chopping off the mouth of Sauron's head.
Cha-ching! Yeah.
Mouth of Sauron is such an interesting figure that they made.
Yes.
Because he's the only figure they made that it's only in the extended edition.
Yeah, he got cut
He's
out
not
of
in the theatrical at all.
Yeah.
But they made a fig of him, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
But I'm glad they did because he's horrible. And then, of course, the 9, which I do have 9. I had to get them all. The one in the front, though, is a custom that we sell, actually. It's the Big Kid Bricks custom Witch King of Angmar.
Yeah. Which
is a great custom. It looks good. But, I do have an extra 9th one up here on Weathertop, so I can say I actually have 9 of the official ring race.
Yeah, when he's not wearing his helmet.
Right.
Yeah.
The Weathertop, though, is a great set. I put all 4 of the hobbits up there, as well as Aragorn jumping with the fire, as he did. So one of the better sets, actually. It's very underrated.
I love that set, for sure.
And then on the very top here, we have the Goblin King Battle.
A great scene. Figures.
That whole scene is hilarious. I mean, the Goblin King is something special. And then the least favorite set is the Attack of the Warg, which is just a stupid tree.
Yeah, it had some good figures.
Right, it wasn't horrible. And then the Riddles of the Ring. Very, very classic there. And then, of course, my sign up top. No admittance, except on party bases.
Absolutely.
And then panning down here, we have the best Lord of the Rings set ever.
I think you are correct on that, Joe. That is incredible.
Yeah, Rivendell, the new one from 2023.
With all the figs, accessories, details, everything. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty spectacular. I don't really have to go into detail about this. You can just look at it and go, wow. I mean, it's so cool.
But under that little arbor gazebo thing, what do we got going on over here?
Yeah, this is supposed to be me and my wife because this here pops off like that, and this was on our wedding cake.
Perfect.
Right. I mean, I was like, I got to figure out a way to put Lego in the wedding, and then this set came out, and I was like, I have an idea.
A perfect wedding cake.
And she was okay with it, so, a win is a win.
Hey, it looks elegant. So.
This, I think Corey, our train guy, gifted to me. This is in a case, but this is a Lego magazine. This was the Lego magazine that came out when Lord of the Rings came out.
Yeah.
So this is a cover for it, but it's like the coolest cover ever.
I remember the hype when that picture came out.
It's like, what? So that's pretty dope. I like that a lot.
Awesome.
And then panning over here, we have...
This isn't Lego, is it? What is this?
It's the One Ring.
Try behind. No, that's amazing.
Pretty good stuff.
You got your prop One Ring there.
Right. I mean, I had to get one when I was in New Zealand. This is my favorite meme. You know, you go, hey, Mom, I want Rivendell. We have Rivendell at home. The Rivendell at home. Hey, no, great set. Great set when it came out. Council of Elrond, great figures. No harm in the set. It's just now we have this, and it's like...
When did that come out? 2012?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's that was great for 2012,
right?
Right,
10 years plus later,
yeah.
Obviously it's going to be better.
And thousands of parts.
Yeah, and then one of the best and more unique sets from Lord of the Rings is the Pirate Ship Ambush. So this is a great set, great figs. I know Daniel really likes the the Ghost King and the King of the Dead. That's the one.
The unique colors.
Right, super good figs, great set. It comes with, where is he chained over here? Right here. I always talk about this. This is the only pirate that comes in the set. And this specific pirate that they molded off of in the movie is Peter Jackson.
Yes, so it's his personal minifig.
Right,
now.
so Peter Jackson, the director, there he is, in Lego form. I'll chain him back up later. You just leave him there. This here is another custom figure mock I did. Just a little small one I wanted. This is obviously, you can recognize this scene. It's when Isildur chops off his finger and doesn't throw it into the fire. But we've got Elendil. I guess he's dead.
He's perishing.
Unfortunately. And then what was really cool is I got to upgrade this mock recently with an actual Shards of Narsil.
Yes.
Because it came with 2, so I was like, oh, I know what to do with that.
You got an extra one.
This Sauron is also Big Kid Bricks custom. And, I mean, it's pretty dope, but I am very excited for an official one, hopefully. I don't see why one wouldn't come in the Barad-dûr coming later this year.
Oh, fingers crossed for that one.
And then one of the best sets, the Hobbit Unexpected Gathering game. I got it just because, I mean, someone's going to go, oh, you don't have them all.
A quest to test your memory skills.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't plan on opening it.
Yeah, why? Well, it looks great in the box.
Right. Helm's Deep, though, I mean...
Actually,
now we're talking, right?
Yeah.
This is actually one of the best sets. I can never decide between my top 2 other than Rivendell, but Helm's Deep is just, it's such a classic. It's my favorite battle. Awesome. Best figure they ever made, in my opinion, is King Theoden. I mean, he's just, we've gone into this detail before, but he's just amazing. Highly detailed.
Glorious.
It is. He's just glorious. And he's a great character, too.
Lots of Uruk-hai over here,
I think I have 60 Uruk-hai here that are charging either here, there.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of everything. I have an extra wall extending it a little farther, so, you know, you've got that long wall. And, of course, you have to have, what is it? On the third day, look to the east or the west?
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Whichever one it is.
Look to the sky, yeah.
Right. So, you know, you've got Éomer and Gandalf riding in. This I just recently upgraded from just the normal white horse they've done before to the one that came in the new Marvel in-game set.
Yes, the extra white horse.
This one has no bridle. And Shadowfax didn't wear a saddle, bridle, anything.
Yep.
So it's just a plain white horse. So I was like, oh, finally, they made Shadowfax, basically.
It's perfect.
Right. And then this is just, again, so I can say I have them all. I have the 3-dimension packs sealed. I didn't really want to build them. And then polybags. Polybags. This here is a micro Helm's Deep that Ethan, one of our previous employees, built for me for, I think, my birthday last year.
Nice.
All right, it looks pretty good. It matches pretty well with Helm's Deep, so I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty neat. This is another random scene I built. This one I spent even less time on, just to have those custom figures displayed, the custom Second Age elves, and then the, gosh, what are those guys called? It's not Gondor, but it's what, Numenor.
Numenorian, yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, we have the Wizard Battle, which is, I think, the first one I ever got.
It's a good set.
Right.
Small but good.
And then another micro build. This was from Jacob for Christmas 2 years ago, I think. It was before I got Orthanc. And I kept going, nah, I want Orthanc for Christmas. And he was like, I got you. So he built me that. And he was like, listen, I didn't lie.
Hey, it's a gorgeous little mini.
Right. It looks good. And then once I was able to finally get Orthanc, it made it better.
Yes.
So I do have 2 towers.
You do. Technically do. There you go.
Yeah, this is a gorgeous build. I love it a lot. or think was the final big one I had to get, and I was very excited when I was able to find it and, you know, finish piecing it together.
I remember that.
Yeah, man, I was so happy.
Good times, good times.
And then, of course, I had to get all the figs, like Grima Wormtongue, who I think is, hanging out at the bottom here. And then Saruman is looking out over his horde of Urukite that's actually over here. But, you know, all the white hands are the ones I have over here that have the white handprint, because those are more expensive, and
pretty cool.
I don't have as many. But this one here has a misprint. It's like got an extra little finger going off the edge of it.
It was extra smeared on there.
And then Treebeard's a classic. I mean, you can't have the whole set without Treebeard. And of course, Merry and Pippin. Got to be hanging out on top.
They're guiding him.
And then this is another beautiful poster I have from the Desolation of Smaug. This is one I got recently. I say recently, it's probably a year ago.
Yeah.
But I really like this. I mean, it looks dope.
Fantastic piece of art to kind of show off around your entire collection.
Right. This whole wall has Lord of the Rings stuff. Some random employee that I work with, maybe Daniel, might have gotten this for me for Christmas. Now, this is a great piece, and it fits right here on the wall to not make it look boring, but it's a Lord of the Rings style map of Georgia. So, yeah, Daniel got one for me, and I like it a lot. And then on the left is just a bunch of Lord of the Rings quotes that I got from my sister probably like 3 years ago. Well, look, there we are. There's Atlanta Brick. Yeah, these are just quotes from Lord of the Rings that Gandalf, Tolkien's quote, Bilbo's quote. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty solid quotes.
Absolutely. Lots of great personal touches around and inside your Lord of the Rings
It's
collection.
the Lord of the Rings wall, not just the Lego Lord of the Rings wall.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciation for the theme.
I mean, even in the bottom left here, I've just got swords from Lord of the Rings.
Yep. Some really cool swords. We won't show those off too much because of monetization.
I know.
But,
they're cool, though. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, Joe, thank you so much for this awesome tour of your collection. This is actually a longer video than I was expecting, but I think people will enjoy it. So
it's a lot.
Yeah, appreciate you, and appreciate you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.